My younger years were, I was born 1956 in Sandusky, Ohio, to my parents. I lived there until I was 4 years old when both my parents were killed. Then I wound up going down to Mississippi to live with my grandparents. And I stayed there till I was like 14. Then I couldn't get along with my grandfather, so then I ran out to California because I heard, I used to play in a band. So I thought it'd be easy breaking into the music business if I went out there. But after I got out there, I was homeless. I was living in different places. And finally I got in some trouble and wound up having to join the Marine Corps. So I went in the Marine. My first duty station was Camp Pendleton, California, in which I did 2 years there. Then I went over to Okinawa, Japan. And I served there in the military till about 1983. And then I got out. And I wanted to find my family because we was all adopted different. And I started tracking them down. First, I went from California to Sandusky, Ohio. There I found one brother of mine lived there, and then he told me where the rest of my family. And so I came up to Erie. When I came up to Erie, I found 2 sisters and 1 brother here in Erie. And I sort of stuck around and got a job. My first job was at GE, in which I got it by taking up machine operator training. And that's how I got in there. And after that, I went to college. I went out to Mercyhurst and took up food service. And when I finished there, I went out to the Cockrell Club and worked there for about 5 years. And got too political and I didn't like it, so I decided I'd try out truck driving, which did pretty good, but wasn't for me, especially when I was married. I got married, I have 2 kids that are here, and then I have about 6 or 7 that's out of this state. I now have a new grandson. And my life now is, I'm not homeless anymore. I am currently in the Soldiers and Sailors Home, and I'm working with their program. We do a lot of traveling and different things, and they're working with me to get financially sound, get some sound straight finance, and also working with me to get me in that CWT program to get a job. So right now I'm just waiting to hear from my disability claim, because I went from being a non-insulin dependent diabetic to now I'm an insulin dependent diabetic. And right now I'm on a weight loss program because I figure if I can just lose the weight I get off the insulin, maybe even get off the pills. And I have a grandson to look forward to running and playing around with. The upper room helped me out a lot because I was homeless. I was staying, sleeping on the ground, sleeping wherever I could sleep. And the guy from the upper room called up and said, "You asked me what's our veteran?" And I told him yes. And he figured that veterans shouldn't be sleeping out on the street, so he made a call up to the VA hospital. And this lady, Larissa, came to see me. And about 3 weeks later, I was in a Soldier and Sailors Home. And my life has been pretty good, and I'm hoping to make it better.